In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every weapon in the final Season 8 and putting it on a tier list. I'm here with my friend Gobso, who's an Ape Squad member as well as a Pro Hubs heavy player, and me, a Diamond 1 light player with close to 1,000 in-game hours. So let's get started. We're actually going to start with heavy first, and the first weapon is the Deagles. So where do we think the Deagles is going?
Solid A tier.
A tier. Okay.
Still has the highest TTK.
Its damage fall off did get a bit of a nerf, so it's not as good at long range anymore. What do you think about that?
I think it's in a good spot. I think they really need to tone down the bloom effect whenever you're hip firing, but it's still solid overall. It's scary if you get two tapped by that weapon, you don't want to ever challenge anymore.
Oh yeah, I can agree with you. So I mean, last tier list we did put it S. What made you put it A this time? Just the BFR?
Just because the range nerf.
The range nerf like knocked it down that far.
Well, I mean, they've been toning down the range twice now, I think, and it's really shown that you can't challenge mid-long range, but mid-range itself is good just because the Titan exists and the meta seems to be like a very far-ranged fight until they get a knock or they get someone down, then they push up.
Interesting.
So I mean, shotguns are out of the picture right now, basically. So it's really just ranged fights.
Next one is the new weapon, the BFR Titan. Where do we think a BFR is going?
Definitely not S. It's a solid A tier.
Okay. All right.
Where you're already seeing it, like right now, the Apes Aura, like they just were doing the title tournament. You're seeing it a lot there on long range maps paired with Winch. I wouldn't ever run Winch with that weapon in ranked itself, just because I believe Winch is just so good for 3v3s, but you know, versus 3 other teams, it falls off pretty hard. But yeah, its range is crazy. The one tap potential on this weapon is so scary. You crit a light, they're never challenging again. You can 2-tap mediums. I mean, it just has so much range, and yes, it is hard to use, especially in close range, but it's so goated.
Okay, I see.
It pushes heavy to play this initiator play style where you just, you know, get like somebody half and then you push up versus, you know, you being the head of charge with an SA or a Shack just pushing up consistently. Now you're kind of more in the back line.
Oh, so you can't like initiate where you pad up dome shield lock.
Just shines more if you're playing range and more playing like passive. Its hindrance is definitely how low of a mag it has, the amount of ammo it has, like its reload, and then how slow the TTK is. Yes, you can 2-tap anybody, but like a second and a half of like, you know, recocking the weapon, shooting it again. It's a hindrance against heavies.
Oh, okay. So it's like high risk kind of.
Yeah, high risk, high reward. Definitely a solid A tier pick. It's just fun to use.
Fun to use. Okay. So would you say it's like it's 2 Deagles combined?
For range wise, yes.
Okay.
But like nothing other than that, no.
All right. Next weapon is the flamethrower. So flame, I would say it's not anything crazy anymore. It's kind of C at this point.
Yeah, I feel that same way. Kind of C, if I'm honest. This entire week, I've seen it once.
There's so much higher DPS guns, and flamethrower just is not competing very well against all that. It's been pushed out of the meta, I would say. What do you think?
Yeah, it definitely got pushed out of the meta. However, you know, do you ever really want a flamethrower to be meta? It's too much. It's definitely a fun weapon. I could see it like very, very low B, but high C. But like I'd honestly choose probably the KS over this now.
Okay, yeah. It's just been pushed out with all the other stuff coming in.
Yeah.
Next one is the KS-23. KS-23? I would say, what do you think? Dude, I want to go...
I'm saying B.
B. Okay. Why do you think B?
Mid B, just because it's basically a close range Titan, you know? What's it called when you shoot and then it's a projectile weapon. So like that's the only thing. You have to lead your shots, but if it was hit scan, it would be so much better. The damage that it can deflect on walls, really good. The reload speed was buffed. Everything about it has been buffed. The devs have said that they're really afraid to buff it too much to where it becomes meta and everybody's using it.
Okay, let me say something though. Since DMAT got nerfed, your medium can go heal beam, and to drop the cash out instead of DMATting, you could KS, or to like break something, you could just use the KS to replace the DMAT, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
So it also got like an indirect buff with the DMAT. All right, next gun is the Lewis gun. All right, so Lewis, I want to say, hey, dude, it's so good. Like, I don't play heavy, but when I do get on Lewis, it feels really nice and really easy to use.
Get that? I definitely think it's a basic comfort pick. Old reliable, it's comfortable, ease of use. It doesn't have a bad TTK, does not have bad range, but it's above average in everything. However, I still think, I mean, you're not seeing it in ranked at all. You know, you're seeing the Titan and the, you know, normal usuals like the SA and Shack. This thing has just been old reliable.
I would put it A because I don't see how it's worse than a KS, but yeah, it is really reliable and I agree with you. I think it's underrated. You agree with A?
Yeah, definitely an underrated pick.
All right. Next weapon is the minigun.
I would put it at A. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest. Like I just versed a team with this, a funky team with a bow and a minigun. But this definitely is still a great pick. If you really learn the movement tech and the positioning tech with this weapon, it's still really good.
Last tier list, you said it was really good in the Apes tournaments or like just tournaments and like competitive pro play and all
Yes,
that.
tournament in general.
I
However,
see.
yeah, since the meta shift is a little bit more range now, this thing can't shoot like super far, but mid range it can handle. Close range it can handle.
No,
So
yeah.
it's still, I think it's a solid A tier pick now.
However, with the range meta now, do you think that moves it B or do you still think it's A? Or is it just a little
I
worse
still
A?
think it's A just because the close range potential is like way better. However, if you're playing walls yourself and you're not peeking out, like for my Titan, and you're waiting for me to get laned, you know, I'm dead basically.
Solid A tier. Next weapon is the M60. M60 is like, I want to say B.
I think it's a B. I do see frequently a little bit more Lewis's than I do see M60s.
So for that, it's going B.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
The certain playstyle with it peppers people. Like it's just, you know, you're dishing out like sponge damage. And why run that when you can just run a minigun and get good with it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you could say that for anything, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next one. Oh, wait. No, I have to do it. Next one is the MGO. So where does MGL go?
F. Make a new bracket. It's the memeiest of weapons. Like literally the far off worst weapon, dog water. There's literally nothing good about it other than just, I mean, the skins are dope, the animations are dope. You know, the devs do not want this weapon to be meta. If it was ever meta, it would really suck to play this game.
No, if it was meta, I would quit this game, bro. Like, I can't imagine trying to play light when MGL or CL40 is meta. Imagine, like, it's just gonna be so bad. I'm glad it's actually at D tier.
If they buffed it in the way that, like in Black Ops 2, where they had the war machine and it was like just on impact it exploded the damage radius, this thing
Dude.
would be absolutely ridiculous. You wouldn't ever want to play the game. Your GPU would start getting fried because everybody's using it.
Yeah, so I think it's a good D tier. It's a good D tier. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, next one is the SA.
I don't think they tweaked it at all. Like nothing happened to it. They did nerf winch, which, you know, affects its playstyle a little bit. However, like say I'm referencing the Apes tournament that just went on. You saw everybody was running either the Titan or they were running the SA, and it looks like after they started struggling a lot with the Titan, they just reverted back to the, you know, old reliable SA, and they kept it on the entire time.
I see. Okay, so it's still good. I think it's good A tier. Next gun is the Shack.
Goodness, my favorite weapon.
Oh, are you gonna put this S?
I can't argue that it's S. I would say it's probably the highest A tier. I would say because its
Really?
TTK is good. It still suffers with the mag, however, just because the amount of damage you can dish out, the TTK with it, how like you can hip fire it and everything and still be okay close range, mid to long range if you can tap fire it. Still reigning king, I think, when it comes to ranked itself.
I remember last time you said this is Reload Simulator.
Yes,
the
it
Shack
is Reload Simulator.
I think that's the only thing that's holding it back.
With that.
Yeah.
Yeah, only thing that's holding it back is the mag and the reload, but everything else, it's so amazing to use.
All right, next weapon is the Sledge.
I think either low A or the highest B.
Really?
They buffed it. They buffed its, I think it's damage overall with the heavy hit, and I believe a little bit of the speed. You are seeing it in ranked, like when I'm playing in diamond lobbies, you're seeing it there all the time. At least one team's running it. However, when you're being put in a close range fight, it is scary to always fight a Sledge.
True. However, with the long range playstyle or meta that you said earlier, how do you think that affects the Sledge? sludge.
Definitely affects it. That's why I'm saying it's either the bottom of A tier or the top of B tier.
All right. Or is it
I
just a
would think
really good
either,
B?
yeah, either the lowest of A tier or the highest of B. It would be your call.
People are starting to move off winch. So for that, I might stay B. I think it's the highest of B.
Yeah, sounds good.
Next one is the spear. Dude, see.
C,
It's-
as relevant as the flamethrower would be, but the flamethrower is still better.
I would say if you're good with barricades and all that, and I know this one heavy, he's insane on spear. If you're good with movement and barricades and doing all that, I still think with all the sledge buffs, sledge just might be better. And for that, it just goes C. Since sledge got buffed and spear has basically not been touched at all, I think it just goes C. What
I'd
do
agree
you
with
think?
that. I think the only thing I would love to see from this is it's a spear, just like the last tier list. It's a spear. Please give it more range. Like it's a spear.
That's true.
That's all I would like to see tweaked with it. Give it like not even being silly, probably 1.5 or 1.75 times the range.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have to get so close to use this thing when, you know, a sledge exists.
I agree. Just a rework on spears, I think, is what we need. I know it does have potential, though. That's why it does go C. I know a heavy is good with it. So this is the final tier list for heavy weapons in Season 8. This is the medium weapon tier list. Let's go. First weapon, dual blades. Dude, I really feel like it is a B, though.
I think B, high B. You know,
B.
it's definitely not bad. Believe it or not, I'm seeing it a lot more, so maybe it might be low A. Let's put it
Ooh.
in low A, give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I think just because the amount of range, like how it's a range meta right now, the dual blades and the riot shield both, just because they can block it and they don't have to worry about, you know, getting one shot or half in an instant,
Oh, true.
is what's making it viable.
It's like a counter pick. Okay. Like, let's say you have in reserve and they have BFR and Revo on the other team. They barely do
Exactly.
any
So-
damage to you because they only do 1 damage per bullet.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Next weapon is the FAMAS. All right.
This is medium S tier. It just dominates close range, long range, mid range, anything. It's now like the best pick to run.
No, I agree. Everyone likes the FAMAS. Everyone likes it. I think everyone is good with it too, unless you don't like burst weapons.
I tell anybody just run that or run, you know, the next weapon upcoming that I'll talk about later.
Okay. Solid S tier. Next one is the FCAR. I think it's A. It's like the
High A,
Lewis.
Yeah, great weapon to always run. If you see people that don't like the FAMAS, they're running the
FCAR.
FCAR. The FCAR is used in scrims and in, you know, ranked. A lot more in scrims you see. If you're not running the FAMAS, people are running the FCAR solely because, I mean, its crit multiplier is better than the AK, and so it has a higher TTK.
That too, and I would say it's better at close range. Overall, I think it's more consistent. All right. Oh my god, I hate this one. Next one is the Riot Shield. Dude,
Riot
dude, I can't even speak. Imagine this. You're trying to hold your cash out and you're playing SH or you're playing some kind of shotgun. You can't land a single bullet on the Riot Shield because it just gets blocked by the shield. Even if they're not aiming it in to block, like they could just turn their thingy. And it's so frustrating because you won't be able to do any damage. You can't counter it with any gun.
I am seeing it a lot in ranked. Diamond and Blats right now are playing with it. Probably just to counter pick. You are able to wait as soon as they swing at point blank to headshot them. So, but it's a very time sensitive shot. You have to wait as soon as the swing initiates. They open up their shield a little bit and you're allowed to get a guaranteed crit if you're point blank. You as a light is super hard because you get, you know, 2 hits you're dead. But like as a heavy and medium, you can, you know, at least take 2 hits and still dish out some damage.
No, yeah, that's true. As a light, you do die in 2 hits. However, there is a small counterplay we could do is if you dash towards them in melee, they're going to open their shield off like you were talking about, and you can get 1 SH shot in there. And that usually is enough for your team to finish them off.
Oh,
All
gotcha,
right,
yeah.
next one is the P90, the new weapon that was added in Season 8. Where do we think the P90
I'm putting it A.
A.
You're seeing a lot of mediums use it. Yes, it is a new weapon, but it is good. People are complaining left and right, like, oh my gosh, it feels like, you know, everybody's a bullet sponge. Like, I'm just shooting Nerf darts at them. But when you hit crits, this thing melts. I mean, you got 50 in the mag. It's perfect if you're playing inside buildings or wrapping around. Mid-range, it can do decent. However, close range is really where it shines.
It's like a close range SMG is what you're saying.
Exactly. It definitely is a viable pick. I wouldn't fault anybody in ranked for using this.
Next gun is the Model 1887. I think it's a B. I think it's a B.
B. Okay.
It's like
I think
yeah, go.
It's an A.
It's an A. Interesting. What makes you say that?
Now, the model is an underrated pick. It got an extra bullet in the mag. It still has crazy range. You shoot people from 25 meters away and you're still doing almost full damage.
Interesting.
And I will say there's one player I always see run this, even as an off-meta pick, and that is Sergnal. This man is a menace to society with that weapon.
That's fair. However, is the model better than the Revo at close range? Because if the Revo is better, then it's just infinitely better to play Revo.
It's infinitely better to play Revo. If you have the skill, I would run Revo. So I would say it's an off-meta pick on A tier.
Okay, we'll go A then. All right, next one is the Pike 556. Pike is probably it got nerfed. B.
It did get nerfed. However, still an A. Low A, still an A.
Really?
You say that, and I think they tweaked the damage just a tiny bit, and it's still a pick. It's still so good to use this weapon.
Okay.
Like, they nerfed it, but they didn't, nerf it to the ground. They tweaked it.
The Pike would win against a FAMAS at range, would it? It would, right?
If
Like at a
you're critting
range fight?
Pike, yeah. If you're critting on both weapons, I think the Pike has the upper advantage if you're shooting at the absolute, highest RPM.
So it's still A. Interesting.
Still
All right.
A, yeah.
I think it's partly because of the long range meta that you've been talking about, or the range to meta. Yeah.
It's really right now what it is just long range or counter pick to long range, and that's it. That's all we got.
Okay. Now the weapon that you've been talking about this entire time, Revo.
The revolver, so good. S tier, solid S tier. And some people might fault me for this, but I will give my explanation right now. If you're comparing this to the Titan, you got to think, okay, the revolver has more shots in it. It has the same crit multiplier. So if you headshot, it does the same damage as the Titan, and a faster RPM, which means a faster TTK. I tested this. The amount that it takes to take one shot with the Titan and recock the weapon and go for your second shot, the revolver can shoot 3 shots within that time. Yes, it's not good at long range. However, it's close range, it's hip fire, it's RPM, everything about it, it makes it top.
It's better than a BFR, except for long range. That's a fair S tier. Okay, Revo S tier. Next is the AKM. AKM is B.
Exactly. Medium, learning the game, B.
I don't know if there's much to say about this. Yeah, say you're saying?
Not much. Yeah, not much. It's the basic beginner build. Everybody uses it. Everybody thinks the AK is really cool, but it doesn't have any competitive advantage. I will say, say you're taking the AR Ren versus the AK. You guys are both hitting the most optimal TTK. FCAR is going to win. It doesn't edge anything out. It's just a good, reliable weapon that, you started the game with, but it's not going to be something you carry on.
Okay, that's fair. I think it just goes B. All right, next one is the CB, or people call it the Repeater. Where does Repeater go? I would
definitely an A tier.
Okay, I did get buffed. I saw the patch notes. They buffed it a good amount. They did buff it.
Still a good pop shot weapon again, because that's the meta right now.
I would say no, because I know there's some people who absolutely suck on this weapon, like me, and there's some people who are absolutely insane on this weapon. So I think the people who are already insane on the Repeater, I think they're really gonna like it. So I think it goes A then, because it just got buffed even after it was still usable. Okay. Next one is the Cerberus.
Cerberus?
it's the Cerberus now. It's the Cerberus.
There he is. B tier, low B.
Low B.
It's a B. No, it's a B. It's a B. Let's be honest.
Oh, right, because of the range meta now. So now the Cerberus is not very good.
There's nothing bad with the weapon.
Yeah. No, I remember when season 5, I think it was, dude, this thing was running everywhere.
Everything.
It was so playing at that time. Playing against Cerberus was pure cancer. It was the worst thing in the world. But so I'm glad this is B now. All right. next one is CL40. I think it's just B again. I mean, it's good light counter. If there's a triple light and you put on CL40, sure, it's good, right? We're seeing longer range playstyle.
Not the greatest weapon, but definitely can put something up.
Yeah, because people were using it last season and it's still annoying. It still is frustrating to play against, so that's why I am putting it B. But it's not A because the other weapons. Medium season 8 weapon tier list. So this is the full tier list for medium, as you could see. And now we're going to be doing the light tier list. Now we're doing the light tier list for season 8. Light weapon tier list. Let's go. First weapon is the V9S. Now with my experience with the V9, I'm thinking whether I should put this A or B.
It's B. It's
Really?
B now, sadly.
What happened? What did they do?
Range. The range happened.
Oh, that's true. V9S is good at close range. It does 40 damage, right? You could force up a light. It does good damage close range, but it's not
Yeah,
good at range anymore. It's
sadly
B.
B.
Next one is the throwing knives. Dude, I haven't seen anyone play this.
I haven't either. I would think
The movement is kind of weird because you have to lead your shots, right? And that affects your playstyle a bit. It makes you easier to kill a little bit if you have to lead your shots. So I'm gonna say B. Next one is the XP54.
yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna put this as?
I'm
You're
not gonna.
reliable.
I'm actually not gonna put this S, even though I do have a level 11 pink cloud XP54. I'm starting to hate it now. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It shoots Nerf darts.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not
I
good
mean,
anymore.
I don't see a single person use this. It's definitely the M11 far over this.
It doesn't have a competitive advantage, you know, like what you were saying
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
AK. It's like the AK. For example, you play the ARN instead. At least you can get some crits on it because the ARN is a lot more accurate. The XP is not as accurate. ARN is a lot more accurate. It has a better range and everything, but I'll get to that when I talk about the ARN. But for the XP, I'm saying B. Next one is the 93R. I'm gonna say A.
It's either going to be high A tier or S because this is all the lights are running, either 93R or the M11.
I have some experience on the 93. It's solid. It does damage. It's a good A.
I think even though they nerfed it, it still does exactly what it needs to do.
I would say, yeah, no, it's like an M11, but a burst, and it has a little more range than the M11. So I think it's just A.
It's a pocket FAMAS. That's all it is.
Yeah, because it also is easier to hit crits. So like the more I think about it, I think this might be S. And the reload is pretty quick too, and it's good at close range. You could hit crits with it. It does everything good. Next one is the ARN. I'm gonna also say S. A. No, I'll say A. I'll say
yeah.
A. I'd say I had to chill out there. I had to chill out there. I'm gonna say
Gotcha.
A tier because sure it has 60 rounds, right? Split into 2 mags. 60 rounds, you could shoot from pretty much any range and hit crits with it. If you learn the recoil perfect, dude, you can beam players across the map. I'm telling you, it's so good.
However, the one thing that's affecting it right now is the burst damage.
No, that is kind of true.
It suffers the same way the minigun does, where you have to stay there and lane something. And now, without having that health bar or a dome or somebody healing you, and you're playing light, you know, trying to hold that lane just straight up, it suffers a lot.
In a 1-to-1 and you both are shooting at each other, ARN it loses because it just shoots marshmallows. At range, the damage actually is good for that range. You know, like it does good damage for long range. Basically, it loses at close range.
Yeah.
So next one is the bow. I think, dude, nobody's talked about this, but I still think it's A.
I think it's an A tier. It's a slug shotgun close range. It's a bow long range. Let's be honest. It's
Yeah.
Since that new pop shot meta, I feel like I've seen every ARN main either switch to the 9-3R or the bow. The amount of burst damage a bow can do is so scary.
No, yeah, I agree. It's honestly really good. If you hit one bow crit, that's an insta push. Like, and it's good close range and it's good long range. Yeah, I would say it's A. Solid A. Next one, LH. Dude, okay. LH1, I'm not very good with the LH, but people are saying LH is insane. Oh, LH is super good right now. I'ma disagree, bro. I think it's B.
Really?
Bro, like, I don't get it, man. How can you play this at close range? I don't
You can.
understand.
Even if you ADS, this thing hits everything. I wouldn't recommend ever hip firing unless you're like 2 meters away from them. Believe it or not, it's more of a mid to close range than a long range or mid to long range.
Because medium and heavy are dominating long range.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good at long range. And if you have to use it close range and all that, and you have to ADS to use it close range, that just takes away your movement. Might as well play a 93R, even play a V9S too, you know? It's good at what it's not supposed to be good in right now, if that makes sense. So for that, it's going B. Next one is the SH. Bro, the
This
SH.
is your new main, man. You're freaking tweaking, man.
No, yeah, bro, I can't even speak. SH, bro, it's like I don't even know how to explain to you. It's so good. It's good. It's so good that it's good, you know?
Yeah.
Like it can 2-tap a heavy, 1-tap a light. Like imagine, right? You just killed a heavy, you're 1 HP, and you know a light's gonna push you. You can also kill the light too. You get so much damage out of it. It's insane. Also, it's like playing this on dash is so fun because you can get 2 taps on a heavy and then just jump out with the rest of your dashes. It's good for that too. I'm really putting emphasis on the damage here. The damage, I think it's absolutely insane.
It highly thrives off of you having to use invis. If you're not using invis in any way, like whether you're using the vanish bomb or whether you're using invis itself, it is an extreme hindrance on it. You have to get up close and you do vitally need the dash itself too.
Another thing I'll say, so with normal guns, right, you take like 1 or 2 seconds and then they're low, right? But with SH, they jump down or they challenge you. You click on them, right? You just click on them with your mouse and then they're 1 HP instantly. With the normal gun, it takes a few seconds. With SH, click on them, they're 1 HP. Next one is the dagger. So I think, dude,
No one runs dagger right now.
No. It's good though, bro. Do you not remember?
I do know. Last season it was so good. However, you know, the new meta screwed it over. Like now you're just kind of running at them hoping. Yeah, like even ask Ty, you know, such a great, you know, dagger player. It's not as viable as it was last season. And that's solely because the meta shift. The meta shift is not where a dagger needs to be.
So the meta change is sort of screwed it over and it's going to be
the meta change is sort of screwed. It screwed it over just because the meta shift, you know? Like some of these weapons are not as viable as they were last season just because of the meta shift. Like they didn't even tweak the damage or anything about it. It's really just the meta shift.
Okay. Next one is the M11. M11's like A.
I would say it's either A or S. Like M11 is so good. Yes, I will say it's S because in scrims, this is the 2 most picks that you see is you're either running an M11 or you're running a 9-3R. It's one of those 2 weapons. The ability to melt people with an M11 it's crazy, and it has the range to fight in mid-range combat. Like it helps so much that you can fight in mid-range versus only in close range.
No, that's fair. It has no range though, you know?
It has no range if you can't control its recoil. Like some people I know, if you can crit at like mid to close range, mid-range, it still melts.
Okay, so some people find it insane. Some people find it not as good.
Exactly.
That's fair. Yeah, I still think it goes A. It's good. It's good. I just think 93R beats it out a little because I think 93R, it does a little more damage at longer range. But anyway, all right. Next one is the sword. The sword is probably, it's like B. It used to be good. And now with all the nerfs, it's not anything good anymore.
Yeah, no, not good. Honestly, C.
Okay. Wow.
Even you can ask A60, he's gonna agree. It's a C.
C. Okay. Embark just hates the sword. I don't know why. Like they absolutely been dogging the sword since season 6. Ever since the Apo nerf on the sword has just never been that good. Yeah, pretty much. And now it's just going C. The camera nerf, you know what I'm talking about? Where you can't turn. Yeah, that thing is dumb. I don't know why they did that. Yeah. It's not fun either. It's not fun. All right, Stacy. Next one is Matter. No. Okay.
I will say B.
Yeah, it's like B. It's like, it's good, but it takes a second to kill someone. Like a medium, if you go 1, 2, 3, and then they're dead. It takes so much util to kill one player with Matter. Like it'll take a full 3 dash to kill a medium. However, with the SH or an 93R, you can just go boom or like spray them. It's easier. You know, it takes less util. Matter is good. However, it drains your util very quickly. I've noticed. So that's why I'm putting it B. All right. Next one is Sniper.
This is an A tier. It's a final round. It's a final round. It's scary because its hipfire is so good. Same thing I said last tier list. It's definitely a competitive pick if you're running it with a team.
True. I know a lot of people are like big fans of the snipers, and last tier list I did put it C and everyone got mad. So I'm gonna, like, I have gone against snipers too. I agree with what you're saying. Sniper is pretty good. It's like, it's good at close range. Like I've been seeing it in ranked more is what I'm trying to say. And
Yeah, that too.
It's been interesting to play against. So I think it's starting to climb its way back up. So I'm gonna say A, especially because I think it's starting to shine because of the range meta that we've been talking about. It's starting to climb back up because of the range. So yeah. Okay, this is the final light tier list. Final thoughts. I would say that the meta has been starting to mellow out and starting to like become more even. Yeah, season 7 and I guess the start of season 8 has probably been the best meta we've probably ever had. Because now things are changing meta and it's not too good. It's not too bad. It's good. It's perfect, I would say. That's gonna be it for the video. Shout out to Gob. Shout out to Gobs though. He's an insane heavy player.
Yeah, see me in the Apes chat, or if you see me, in game, feel free to, give me a little emote.